Now, when people try Danichi food, they can't believe the results they get. They can't believe how much better their fish look and how much cleaner their tank is and how much healthier their fish are, particularly in times of otherwise stress. And then that makes them often ask the question, why is Danichi so expensive? Why is there so much difference in price between various fish foods? Okay, so the start is that Danichi is full of actual fish food. It's actually ingredients that fish actually eat. Most fish foods, if you check the ingredients, are full of byproducts like meals and full of terrestrial nutrients which fish do not eat, and full of various chemicals and vitamins and so forth. And most of them are not biologically available to fish, and they're not natural fish foods. And mammalian products are not the correct thing to feed fish, same as terrestrial vegetation and so forth. Fish are supposed to eat fish food, and fish food is things that fish actually eat when they're in the wild. The next thing is that this food is set at the absorption rate of the fish. Therefore, if you only feed small amounts of this food, you'll find it's very, very clean. But it's a very, very high nutrient food, which means if you feed too much of this food, you'll actually find it's quite dirty. So with Danichi, you are paying more, but you're actually getting a lot more. And in saying that, you also don't need to feed anywhere near as much with the Danichi as you do with other foods. So most foods are full of non-fish foods, and then they're pressure cooked and processed to make pellets. So therefore, the pressure cooking and process wrecks any vitamins or nutrients they may have actually had. Whereas your Danichi is slow cooked. So I honestly believe that fish keeping is 50% water quality and 50% food quality. If you want the best quality fish food, pay the extra and get the Danichi. The only other food that absolutely rivals it that I'm a huge fan on is Spectrum, particularly their probiotics. It's a cold extruded food set at the absorption rate of the fish with a true probiotic bacteria, which means when the fish poo, the bacteria in the poo physically eats the poo. Now, particularly in times of stress, that's when you'll really notice the difference with your various fish foods. So my job is going from house to house, consulting on people's aquariums. And the way my job works is I'll go to one person's house, the fish look wonderful, I'll test the water, it's terrible, and then I'll look in the cupboard and I'll find good quality foods. I can go to the very next house, all the fish are dying, I can test the water, it's much better than the last person's house, but then I check the cupboard and sure enough there's crap food. So I've been doing this since 1994, and I've become very, very biased. Danichi color is my absolute favorite food for thriving healthy fish, mixed with probiotics from New Life Spectrum, which is my absolute favorite as far as clean is concerned. So if fish keeping is 50% food quality, it's really worth buying the better food. Even if the better food is slightly more expensive, it's nice to know that your fish are actually eating fish food and the food is actually set up their absorption rate. So providing you don't overfeed it, you'll find it's actually very, very clean.